Hi everyone. Does your organization purchase market data? Are you part of a channel team who has to utilize this data and integrate it into the company and make use of it when it comes to higher level decision making? Do you have a market data checklist that you use or that your management uses when discussing potential purchases with those market intelligence providers? My name's David Porter. I am the CEO and founder of TPC Global, and I've been both on the buy side and the sell side of market data purchase conversations. And what I've learned from both of these experiences is that it's very easy to forget some of the most important factors, i.e. what happens after you purchase the data. Not only what's included in the data and having confirmations of that, but how is that data then going to be brought into the company and utilized? So what I've done is create a checklist which I wanted to share with you. I call it the acid test when it comes to market data, because for me, all of the answers to these nine questions have to be yes. So I'm going to walk these through with you. Hopefully there's some value. And please let me know in the comments below what you thought. So here we go. Number one, does your data extend to the product level? And does it extend also to competitors as well as data that's just for my company? So obviously market data has a huge value for vendors when benchmarked against competitors. On its own, this is the type of data that's valuable to a reseller or to something that's on a high level, what I would call indicative analytics. The answer to that question, of course, has to be yes, that it's benchmarked competitive data. 2, is the data benchmarked versus our competitors at the highest level of granularity? Now that means the product level. So can I see things like product availability, specific locations, so countries, or even say e-commerce sites where that data was derived from potentially, and of course versus competitors at this lowest level of detail. 3, is it updated on a daily basis? Now if you're running a transactional business model as opposed to something that's more enterprise sales or very projecty, if you're running a transactional business model that's got a lot of churn, a lot of turnover of produce, you need to be getting market data which is certainly very recent. You can't be working with data that's 3 months old. New products are already on the market. Competitors are running promotions and pricing incentives to their partner base. The data has to be updated on a daily basis, mainly for that reason, but also because you don't want to be working with aggregated data certainly when it comes to pricing. And number 4, is it up to date as of this week? So it's one thing to have daily data. It's another thing to have the cadence of it coming to you fast enough. Number 5, does this come in the form of software that we can access as opposed to things like data files being delivered to us? Obviously, daily data files get cumbersome very quickly, very difficult to deal with. What you want to have ideally is access to a portal, an analytical tool, something which is going to bring that data together in a way that you can use it, ideally with trending and insights and sometimes even deeper into potential action setting. Number 6, can I interact with the data in a way that is going to support other teams in my organization? So the benefit, can it be provided more broadly in the company? So that's something for you to assess when you're going through this with the potential market data provider. Are there other benefits, other use cases within this data that could go to a specific other team? So they might be that you're looking at it from a pricing and promotions perspective, but then what about channel marketing? What about sales teams? What about partner enablement, etc.? Number 7, can the data be easily extracted? So can it be taken out of the tool in different types, different ways, so that it can be used, tested, QA'd on our side, and also if not, does that mean it's locked into that tool and we can basically only look at it from a static perspective? Linked to this is number 8, which is if I wanted to integrate this data with internal data of mine. It could be, revenue bookings data, CRM data. It could be other data from other market data providers that I want to bring together. Do I have to do that, or is that a service that you can provide? Finally, can the software or data that's being provided to me support things like alert notifications? Because once I'm getting a regular flow of this data, I may be wanting to only see certain key aspects of that. It could be price changes, it could be availability drops, it could be coverage drops, it could be a whole number of things. So is there a capability to have that type of alert notification? That would also support working with other teams where people need different information coming from the data. So as I said before, all of the answers to this, these questions are ideally yes. But anyway, I wanted to provide this as a resource to you, so that you have this in your hands when you're contemplating the market data that you're going to be purchasing for your company. It's pricey. It's often found to have gaps where you don't want it to have gaps. It's good to be really in this type of sales mindset, talking in terms of objections, or you could call them negotiations in some case, but that should really give you a great opportunity to decipher the different offerings from different market data providers. That's all I have for today. Thanks very much for joining me.